Back in 1982, I was arrested for attempted murder and armed violence. They say that I shot at Chicago police officer, but I didn't. They came to my house the next day and arrested me and told my family members that they was taking me to 51st police station, but they took me to the housing project, and that's where the torture started.
I seen where they used tasers on some young fellas that were too young to, withstand the tase.
It's like a war between Chicagoans and the police department. We are ready for a change.
I want change to happen with us and not to us. We know these communities are changing, and they're changing for the better for some people.
But are we included?
But we're not included in that process. And we would like to be included in that process. From what stores comes, to how our schools are run, to having police oversight. Shout out to CPAC. But we can't do that if we don't have a say in what comes in our community.
I got involved with CPAC because I want to make a change in Chicago. And I want to see Chicago deal with the issues that we have. I want to be in an organization that is working to help.
Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that we are opposed to all forms of racist and political repression. We address issues involving political prisoners, issues involving the rights of workers to organize and strike. We work around the elimination of torture and the freeing of victims and survivors of torture. We fight against all forms of racist and political repression. But from our very beginning, from the very time in which we were started, we've always been opposed to police crimes, and we've always stood for community control of police. And so we decided in 2012 to have a very specifically campaign with very specific political objectives for community control of the police. That's how CPAC got started.
I found out about CPAC like 4 or 5 years ago, and also they was doing work for torture survivors, which like me.
Because of my race, I see what's going on, with the injustice of black people, the way police, treat us.
But as far as legal issues, they helped me a lot. Not only me, but people that's incarcerated now.
The woman that, stands for justice is blindfolded, but some kind of way she's peeking. And so the scales are imbalanced. And what we're doing, CPAC is trying to balance them scales.
We feel like we the people should have some say on what Chicago police do.
Our main aim is to basically stop the police from brutality. So we monitor the police.
It's taking the power, appointing police chiefs, regulating police conduct out of the hands of the mayor and city council and putting it in the hands of the people.
Like you see these stacks here, all of these go to the aldermen. And so we elect these people. And when we put them in office, then they turn their backs on the citizens. So each ward, we let them know that we are concerned.
We are going about it door by door, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, to support our demand for community control of the police.
Shasta,
Yes, sir.
can you go first for this one? Because I want to see how you greet the person.
Okay. Just want to, hello?
Hello. Wow, radical.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Shasta. You can say your name if you want or not.
Hi,
you don't have
I'm Andy.
If it's CPAC, hey, my name's Andy. How you doing? Have you heard of CPAC?
Mm-hmm.
Stop police crimes, you know what I'm saying? And then they might start asking questions from that point.
Okay.
And you just take it from there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay. Hi, I'm Andy. Have you heard of CPAC?
Right.
It's a piece of legislation to get community control of the police
Right.
and stop police crimes?
Yes.
Okay.
Show them the pamphlet. Perfect. I stepped in because I seen hands-on that they were making a difference. They spoke things into existence and stood behind them until they came. And that was life-changing for me. It made me want to be a part.
Well, 4 years ago, we had one candidate running for alderman, carrying the CPAC message, supporting our legislation. This time we had 68 candidates running, so we've grown phenomenally.
We're like a family, and so there's no big U's and little me's.
You know, and the people in Chicago and all over the world know that CPAC, we welcome you with open arms. You know, if you've been through some type of problem with police, not just police beating or torture, racism on a job or whatever, you know, CPAC is there. You know, we there to help, because we getting tired of all this nonsense as far as this racism and stuff. You know.
We are taking a stand, making court dates, fighting for the torture victims, fighting for people who have been wrongly accused. Most people, you know, they say they're going to help or try to help, but CPAC is actually out there fighting together to make a change.